Welcome to Overland Park, Kansas, one of the most desirable places to live in all of America. I am in front of a $1.677 million home in Overland Park that you are going to want to check out. And if you stick around until the very end of the video, we are going to head inside. But in this tour, we are going to look at houses of all different price ranges and check out the different shopping areas and recreation areas in Overland Park. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, so I'm inside this brand new build in Overland Park. It's listed right now for $859,000. It's a 4-bedroom new build, and you can see with all the updates and brand new everything, this is just an absolutely beautiful home. So you can see from just this open space right here where you can do your entertaining. I really like the kind of hidden little spots that you have in this home. Like look at this walk-in pantry here that you probably would never really see unless you knew that it was here. You can also see they've got this sink here, so you can prepare food. You can prepare a whole meal in here if you wanted to, and then have all this storage right here. You also have this super unique wall. Right now they're using it for kind of some bottle holders, some wine holders, but this could be a really cool accent wall for decor. And I think one of my favorite things about this new build, this right here, you have a lot of hidden storage right behind here. So if I were to buy this home, I would use this for a lot of books. I would use this for a lot of storage, but it's nicely hidden so that you can keep everything neat. I know that's a problem with my kids, is that every time I store stuff, they get through it and they ransack it and it just doesn't look neat anymore. But with this, you can easily hide everything. And then on here, you've got master on the main level. The master is really, like I said, brand new. Everything's beautifully updated, nice and white and bright. So you imagine waking up here, just having this really nice view with these huge windows behind me. And check out this master bath too. Master bath is not only massive, but again, very contemporary, very modern. And again, this is kind of what you're gonna get for $859,000. Check out the upstairs, because one of my favorite features about this house is the upstairs living space. It's kind of sectioned off where you have this extra living space up here, and you have the living space down there too. So essentially there's 2 living spaces. You can see this area has a really cool accent wall, and then there's 3 bedrooms right off of here. And these 2 bedrooms are connected with a Jack and Jill bathroom. This room over here actually has its own bathroom. Huge plus if you're looking to move to Overland Park. $860,000 on the market right now. Check it out. So like a lot of you, I grew up, I'm a millennial, and I had my parents drop me off at shopping malls to kind of spend the day. Growing up in Southern California, there were a ton of shopping malls that we could go to, but here in the metro, there's really only one true shopping mall, at least what I would consider a shopping mall as a Southern Californian, and that is Oak Park Mall behind me right here. So we're gonna go inside and check it out for those of you who are considering moving to Overland Park. So like many of you, when I was a snotty teenager, if my parents wanted to get me out of the house, they would drop me off somewhere kind of like this shopping mall where you've got a food court where you can spend some time. For me, what I usually try to do is to unsuccessfully talk to girls.
You are one pathetic loser.
So coming to this mall really does kind of make me miss, especially parts of California. All up and down California, you can find malls like this, but out here, this is truly the only one. Oak Park Mall is truly the only indoor mall, and during the holidays it gets all decorated and festive. But if you come here from one of the West Coast states, or even one of the East Coast states where you have a lot of indoor malls, this is going to be the only truly indoor mall in the KC metro area, unless I've grossly overlooked something, which I don't think I have. So it's a nice place to come, especially when it's a cold day like today and you want to do your shopping inside. This is your only option in the metro. Okay, so I'm standing outside the museum at Prairie Fire. And this super eye-catching building behind me is a kids museum that you can go to, you can visit. They have different exhibits and all these things to play with and to touch. And this area called Prairie Fire is a big commercial area here in Overland Park. You also have residences behind me here, apartment complexes, residences behind me over here. The only REI in the metro area is right down the street right here. This museum back here, we've been there a few times, and what I would have to say is that it's a neat place to visit for your kids, but until they finish the main exhibit that's going to be open sometime either this year or next year, it's 2023 right now, late 2023, I would say that there are better places for your kids to visit, like Union Station, Science City is in there, or if you wanted to go to another kids museum, you have Wonderscope, which is not super far from the Overland Park area. Like, this place is a super cool place, and I'm sure once the exhibit is finished, it's gonna be even cooler. Right now, I would say there are two places better to visit in the metro, but if you're living in Overland Park, this is a great place to go if you have young children. Now, I wanna give you a sense of what the neighborhoods are like here in Overland Park. In Overland Park, you typically have some nicer neighborhoods, like these houses here would be probably in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. Some kind of can dip into the fours. In fact, we're gonna go to a house right now that's listed right now for $440,000, but you're going to typically get better maintained roads, you're going to typically get better infrastructure here in Overland Park, but you're going to pay more in taxes. The Blue Valley School District is located in Overland Park, and you're going to pay a little bit more in order to live here. You're going to have nicer roads, nicer infrastructure, wider roads, but all of that comes at a cost. So it's going to be up to you to decide if you want to pay that extra cost in taxes in order to get the nice benefits for the things that you get in Overland Park. So that's just one thing that you're gonna wanna consider before you make the decision to move here. Right now, we are headed to a house that is currently on the market for $440,000, and it's right in this neighborhood. Okay, so here we are, $440,000 in Overland Park, Kansas. This is a very nicely updated home. It was probably a flip at one point, but you can see that it enters into a pretty large, high vaulted living room, which is one thing I really enjoy. One thing that you should know about me is that I'm a golfer, and I have really wanted a living room where I could swing a golf club in for a long time, because if I could, I would build a driving range simulator right here.
You are a sad, strange little man.
My wife would never let me, and I have kids, so that would be a horrible waste of space. But that's what I would do with this house if I could in my perfect world. The living room is also connected to this brand new kitchen that's also been fully renovated and updated with upgraded countertops. That's gonna be something that's really nice that you're gonna enjoy in this kitchen. And then also, if you walk through this way, you also have a pretty large pantry that you can store supplies in for your cooking or whatever else you want to use this particular pantry for. First, let's go downstairs to the basement. I'll give you a quick peek in there, and then we're gonna head upstairs to the primary bedroom, because that is going to be a place that you're not gonna wanna miss. Like a lot of these homes, these are split level homes, so you kinda gotta go into the garage area in order to get to the basement here. This basement is nicely finished with carpet, drywall, and everything else. And if we go through here, we actually have a fourth bedroom that actually is a conforming bedroom because it has an egress window right here, as you can see. This is an egress window, which allows for an emergency escape in case there was an emergency here. And then downstairs, you also have an extra bathroom, a full bath with a tub and everything else. Not to be neglected as we pass through, there is a formal dining area. Formal dining areas are a must in the house that I live in because we entertain so much that that's going to be something that we absolutely need to have. Now let's go up to the level where all the bedrooms are. On this level, you do have main level laundry, which is super nice. You have two bedrooms right there, and then this really nicely updated primary bedroom. Now with this primary bedroom, we have an attached ensuite, and you have a really nice tub. This tub is going to be a lot nicer than a lot of the ensuite bathrooms. In fact, this whole ensuite bathroom, it has a shower and a tub, which for this price point home is a little bit unusual, but this is really good value. So now let's head on to our next stop in our Overland Park tour. Okay, I wanted to stop here at one of the funnest things for kids to do in Overland Park, and that is the Deanna Rose Children's Farmstead. Now it's closed during the off season. Right now it's December. You can still do some Christmas stuff here, but while it's open, it's a ton of fun, especially for young kids who like farm animals. They have petting zoos. They have a whole bunch of things to do for kids. Another reason I wanted to stop here is right behind me here, you'll see the Shields Overland Park Soccer Complex. Now, if you have kids that are into soccer and they want to play soccer, this is going to be the best place in the metro for them to join. Right now, during the weekday, it's kind of dead, but during the weekend, this place is extremely busy. They have a huge array of soccer fields here, right here beside me, right here behind me. They also have some baseball diamonds too. So this is a huge center for kids sports in the Kansas City metro area, and especially for the people around here who live in Overland Park. So if you're considering moving to Overland Park and you have kids that enjoy sports, this is going to be a place that you're going to want to know about. Okay, so as promised, we are inside this $1.677 million brand new build in Overland Park, and immediately you can see that this home is classy. That's probably the best word to describe it. You've got these huge vaulted ceilings. You've got this really fantastic kitchen area along with an eat-in space. One thing that you're gonna like about this house is that every single bedroom has an in-suite bathroom. So if you have guests and you like to entertain, then you are absolutely going to love this space. Now I want to show you more, but I made a separate video touring this house, and if you want to see all its little nooks and crannies, click right here.